Now, I should have said this in part one, but don't follow me if you are of a major religion, because most of my videos are anti-religion. But let me continue about this conversation that we had in the lounge. Now, after we discussed the fact that nothing's going to change unless we separate, they asked me the question, how do we separate? And how do we get the majority of people to do so? Here's the thing about it. The sheer number of black people in America, oppressed people in America, I don't need the majority. You see, there's a couple of young ladies in South Georgia, Middle Georgia. They bought 92 acres of land with a group, and they're trying to take over an area and create a town. They're on the right track. But that right track would involve heavy promotion and propaganda that watches over the interests of black people. You see, they're not going to give you anything. You have to buy up the land, create economic power. You have to build structures on that land to support thousands of people being able to come to that land and have the first basic shopping and shops and things of that nature, businesses, and then continue to grow it based on nation building, something that I did in the Marine Corps. Then, and I'm just giving you the vague version of this, and then as you continue to grow, you continue to buy more land until you have enough population that you can take over a town. Then you have enough population to take over a county. And when I say take over, you take over all government offices, all facilities, and then you have a town. You allow that town to grow until you take over the county, and then after you take over the county, you take over the next contiguous county, and so on and so forth, until you have enough counties within a state that you begin to take over and decide what's going to happen in the state. Now, there are a ton of details that go into this, but I don't need the majority. The law of innovation or diffusion says that I only need that first 1% to get started. 1% of the total black people in America, according to the last census, would be roughly about 400,000 people. That seems like a lot of people, but it's really not. And as this project continues to grow, more and more people will come, and then that'll raise it up to 10% of the people, then 13. The tipping point happens when you go past 18%, and at that 18%, that's when you start getting the early majority, the early adapters, the 32.6%. At that point, you own a state. You control the police, you control the judges, you control the governor, the mayor, you control everybody in that program. And of course, there will be people, and the government will try to infiltrate and dissolve this process. But I have plans for that as well. And there are more plans that I would have based on other people who come in there who know more than I know.